Sketchbook 17. Yes. This is the sketchbook I call my depression sketchbook because it's so skinny. Yeah. I was not okay going through this one. Let me see when this one. This one was done December 25th of 2022 and ended May 21st, 2023. It was my last semester of senior year. I was not okay because I was like crying every day. Now I think it's funny, okay? It like looking back, it's kind of ridiculous. So I was like I was like going to leave to go off to college, you know, like living there. And I'm very much a homebody. Like I don't text people, I don't call people, I don't go out. I'm very okay with staying home and just doing this. Like, my life is very boring, you know? And I like that. So, like, all of a sudden having to go and living with somebody and then constantly having to interact with people, that stresses me out. So, yeah, I was just not okay. I don't live on campus. So, like, I wish I could go back and tell myself, like, you'll be fine. You don't even live there. Now I'm better. I'm okay now. Now I'm looking forward to going to next semester, you know? But this is what I call my depression sketchbook. And looking back, it's kind of funny. But actually, let me show you my sketchbook before and after it, because it's kind of wild. So we have sketchbook 18 and then 16 is this one. But look at that. Like, the difference between them. Like, I have to squeeze the other ones for them to, like, be the same size. Yeah. Whoops, spoilers. So it's just, like, I went from chunky to skinny to chunky again. So, yeah. The cover, it's a moleskin sketchbook in A5, or I think they call it large. It's just 8x5, you know? But it's just, I don't know where I got this sticker. I think it's off of Amazon, like in a sticker pack. I just acquired it. I think my sister gave it to me. And then this one is from my dad. I don't know where he got it. I think he got it in a package in the mail. It's just a little dude. And yeah. So started it on Christmas, ended May 21st. I really like flipping to that page with spoilers on it, I guess. My swatches, looking back at my swatches, I've made them a lot tighter, I guess, like using less pages. I don't know. So first page is with a Micron 05 in the like navy blue color, like the dark blue. I really like sketching in microns. They're just like really good. Yes. And then we have Hunter down here, and up here. This is just a little dialogue of me, like, I don't know, like venting. Not really. I know other people have this, so we're like totally best friends. Where it's like if your like seams touch you, it's like overstimulating, like ugh, you know, gross. I look like a man. I dress like a man, because I wear really big clothes, so it's like, you know, because I don't want the seams touching me. I don't like being aware of my clothes, you know. So it's just like, yes. No, I won't. There's so many, cause yeah, you know what I mean. Then we have Ash, which is Hunter's wife. And she's like, it's okay. And then we have Azim, and these ones are really ugly. He's my sexy rat man. And he was my sexy rat man before it was cool to call men sexy rat man. So, yes, he's just not a little dude, but he's my little dude, you know? And then this is in Papermate. I almost said Pentel. It is not Pentel. It's Papermate. I think in their 50 pen, so like they have 50 and 100, and I think this is 50, which is my favorite. Or no, actually. I don't think it is. I think it's in these really cheap office pens. The Bic? It might be Bic. Maybe. Just a scratchy office pen. Yes. And then this one's Micron. And this one. But we have Hunter. And then I think this is Blossom. Maybe. It might be Blossom. And then just a random dude. And my Wiggly cat. I really like drawing my Wiggly cats. They've gotten longer. You see them, if you like notice them throughout my sketchbooks, they get longer. They lose their wiggle a little bit, but they get progressively longer. And then we have Kagome and Inuyasha, and I love that anime. It's just so good. You know, it's just like perfect. But it's like that bicycle scene when they're like in the feudal era, like on the bicycle. And then this is Kagome again, I think. Maybe. And then we have my Mimi cat. But I just liked his head, so I drew over his body with the mild liner. And then Azim over here, and more Azim up here. I really like this drawing of him still. I don't know I think it's his hair, like, it's like in the drying process. If you have like curly or fluffy hair, you know, like it's like flat, and then the drying process, and it just like raises, I don't know, you know what I mean. Yes, so I like the in-between, like damp, like the roots are still wet. And then we have Lavi. Yes. He's also a rat man, but he's not the same breed as Azim, you know? Yeah. This is just me figuring out Lavi's colors, because he was the saturated blonde with the intense blue eyes, or highly saturated eyes. But I didn't like it because he looked too much like Link. You know, it gave me the ick with myself, you know, because I was like I was just like drawing him one day and I was like, ew, you know. I love Link, but I don't want my grungy man who sins to look like my good boy. So I was trying out different colors, and I didn't like the blue eyes. He looked too much like a good boy, and maybe it was because I was associating him with Link because of his colors, but he just needed to look more grungy, you know? So, intense blonde with green eyes, like desaturated green eyes, and then desaturated brown eyes with the intense blonde. And I liked that, but it was not where we needed to be. So, then I did cream hair, and these are the Copic numbers, if you like that. I don't know if you can see it very good, but yeah. So, cream with the highly saturated reddish brown eyes, like copper eyes, almost, and then I guess this is intense blonde with the saturated eyes too, which I also really liked, but it was not the vibe, you know? So I ended up going with this one, the intense red eye with the cream and like very similar hair and skin tone, and then desaturated hair with the desaturated brown, these colors down here, that brown right there, and then desaturated with the desaturated green. But I didn't like it because then the green, because the hair was so desaturated, looked too close, or whoa, I need to collect my thoughts for a second here. I swear my thoughts all come together at the end. They're just not linear. The desaturated hair with the skin looking very similar made the desaturated green look very intense, and I didn't like that, so he's not green-eyed anymore. And then this was just like me really being like, do I like the desaturated hair and skin with the saturated eyes? And I did. So that's what Lavi looks like now. Just my grungy little dude. And then these, I think these are pens that I got. Not got, but like I had them. They're like those really cheap pens that are like a bunch of colors, but then you use them and like half of them are dry. It was those pens. And I like those. I just like crappy pens, you know? And I liked them because they were glittery, and maybe that's what stopped them up. But there's like glitter all over the page. I really don't want to touch the page because it's glittery. I can already see glitter on my fingers. But it's all Hunter. All of him. Because I'm deeply in love with him. So, yes. And then this is black sticky note with Tombow marker over it and a Jelly Roll liner. So, it's not a blue Jelly Roll. It's white because, you know, the Jelly Rolls, like, absorb the ink underneath it. So, yes. And then glued in paper of my people. This is just like a notebook something got me, and I just take out the paper. But we have my cat again. And then this might be my cat Kiki, Cannoli. Very long, luscious hair. And then Mimi again, and then that was my sister. Because she always draws that cat in her notebook. I think this is Lavi, but Hunter and Azum Blossom and Alburn and Ash, and then Hunter. This might be my character Mashe, my Skyrim character. Yes, and then Azum. Yes, I like this drawing of Hunter still, just a little bit. He's just like, I always draw this pose though, I've noticed. Like, there's so much like dirt in here. I'm not even kidding. This is with the Kohl Erase one, Kohl Erase colored pencils, and this is gouache over here, but it's Azum, and then Hunter, and then me, because I turned 18, and I was like, should I do a drawing? Yes, we should. You can hear my voice leaving my body. So, yeah, drew myself at 18. Yeah, but it doesn't look like me. And I hate this drawing, and now I cringe at it. Yes. I don't know if, I'm guessing other people have this too, but when you draw yourself, it just doesn't ever look like you. And that might be because you look at your face all the time, but it hurts me. Like, when I try drawing myself specifically, I'm like, it like never looks at me. I can draw my friends and it'll look like my friends, but with me, it's just like, ew. I don't know if I'd try to make myself too much of a little anime girl, but it doesn't work. Yes. That's just because it bled. I should have covered this page, but I didn't. But we have Hunter, and then faces, and I like that face. And Amber, my bunny character. And then we have Azum and gouache, and the sketch looked a lot better. And then he died. But I do like the hair. You know, it's very nice. And there's nothing except dirt. I'm guessing my dog stepped on my book. I don't treat my sketchbooks nice. I just throw them everywhere. So, and then this is gouache, but it's like weird cloud sunset things. My dogs are running around. because the other one barked outside. So there's like stuff going on, you know? It's probably a crow teasing, but it is special and important nonetheless. I like this page. I like the colors. It's very nice. Yes. This is all mild liner and then either the Papermate or the Bic pen. But we have Hunter. This was inspired by an image, but I can't remember who it's from. Yes. But this is Ishmael. And then Hunter and Ash, and then Hunter, and more Hunter and Ash, and a Hunter being pretty, you know? And then this is my vampire character. He looks a lot different now. He was just like your basic vampire with the long blonde hair, you know? But this is by writing prompts. Like, mirrors used to be backed by silver, but now they're backed by something. I can't remember. So it's like, that's why vampires couldn't see themselves in the mirror kind of thing. So he's like looking at himself for the first time in, centuries. And then we have Azim. And he's being very encouraging. Just because you haven't found the right person doesn't mean you will. Have fun with that. He's just mean, you know? And then we have Lincoln Zelda and Zelda. Because I really want a scene where she goes and comforts her past self, because it would just be so perfect, you know? It's just like, I just love her. And then we have Link. Rawr. My baby child. Yes. And then Hunter and Ash. And I did this because I zone out a lot. I daydream constantly. Yeah, I just daydream, and I will like not act it out, but like if I get really into it, I'll like move like my hands to the thing. So I was like kind of like doing that because my friends like know, and they'll be like, she's a weirdo. And they'll be like, what were you talking about? And I was like, I can't tell you that. It's a secret, and it's nothing, you know? It's like I was probably imagining this scene. It's like all of my little critters running around in my head, you know? But like I disappear for a second. So Hunter disappearing for a second in his brain. Yes. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Just them. And I really like this picture of Hunter. It's just very nice, you know? Yes. And then legs, Alburn's legs. This is from Sketchbook 11. Yeah, they're really, I'll have to try drawing them again. They're really odd because they have all these things, but this leg is literally perfect, you know? So I was just like practicing them because, yeah. We have Azim, and I really like this picture of Azim, and then Azim and Blossom, and then Hunter, and Hunter and Ash. I guess I can't lift that. I guess I glued it down. So it's locked away forever. Sometimes I draw stuff under these. Ew. Why did I do that? Yeah, not this time. Maybe in my other one I did. If I did not do a full sketchbook tour, and that kind of hurts my soul a little bit. Just a little bit, though. More sticky notes. Hunter and Ash, Random Man, Azim, Blossom, Stay With Me Here, and Nova. And I really like her face here. She's just like, she looks very nice, you know? I'll have to do this, like, style of page again, because I really like how it looks. Random people. I don't know who this is. maybe a character I wanted to make but never did. And it's just like all Azem and Blossom, and I really like her hips. And this one, not so much her bust. They're a little too round, you know, but the hips, those are some good hips. And then we have Azem, you know. And his hips do not look nice, so yes. But I really like her hips here. It's just like, they're like chunky, you know? This is all Hunter. I really like this one. He looks a bit like a vampire, but that's okay. And then this is Blossom on the side. And this is like craft paper. It's really gross. It's just like an ink eater, you know? But it's all Blossom. And this is all Blossom too. And then Blossom and Azem just like, they're just being like a couple, like, you know? Yes. I like her face here. Her face is very nice. Yeah. I like drawing my couple characters, like, everyday stuff. I don't know. I just like drawing my characters every day, doing their everyday in general. So, yeah. This is all Hunter, and I really like this eye. It's literally the bomb. Yes. It's perfect. There is nothing to improve on it. It's just chef kiss, you know? Yeah. Ew. That was really gross. I'm sorry I showed that to you. Yeah. And then we have Azem over here. And I don't like these sketches. They're really gross. And then we have a werewolf over here. And I like this little werewolf. He's like, rawr. And another Azem. And then we have my woman. Her name's Sadie, but we call her Goose. And then we have Coco Chanel. But we need to do Coco something, you know what I mean? And then we call her Licious. But she's Coco Crazy, Coco Mean, Coco Wild, Coco, you know, Sweet. It just depends how she's behaving on that day. This under here is, I bought a thing off Etsy, so that's that person. But yeah, then we have random sketches under here that I didn't really care about because I was like, it doesn't really matter. And then we have this stuff. I think this was done those 2 days when I didn't have a sketchbook. So it's just like some figure drawings. Just practice stuff. Yeah. I think these are all Tombow and mild liners. And then pen, you know? I don't know what paper this is. It's kind of thick. And it's got an odd shape to it. Oh my god. And then this was an envelope I tried making. But I didn't follow the directions correctly at all. So it's like crooked. Puppy. I think this one went in my portfolio for school. Yeah. I think it did, or it was like a contender. But you can tell where I was like doing okay and where I was not doing okay art-wise, because that looks horrible. He has no brain, literally. And then this one of Azem just looks like, ew. You know, it's just like, ew. And so is this one of Hunter. I don't know what happened. This one of Ash is okay. It's not good, but it's not bad either. It's just okay. And then we have Paxi, and I really like the colors on him in this one. It's just like, it's very moody, very like, you know, it's very nice. And then this Albert one is just like super nice. And we have Cassandra and Nova and Blossom. Yeah. So yeah, but this one, lives in my brain. I don't know if you can really see. I'll pull it up close so you can like actually know what's going on. Yeah, it's really messy because of the marker bleed on this side. Because I think I like sketched all these or lined them and then sketched on this page, went home, did these, and then, you know, it just made everything messy. But yeah, so we have all these Alberns, and they're just so cute. I really like this one. And then Albern up here. Oh, you know what? I was like doing like some color redesign because he was like reddish blonde with blue eyes, like that intense blue, but I didn't like it anymore because I was like, it wasn't it, you know? So I gave him green eyes and they look a lot nicer. Yeah. So, yeah, he's just like my little man, you know? And then we have Death, and that character in Puss in Boots, Death, is literally perfect. Like, I need more of him because he is so freaking good. That's what I went and saw on my 18th birthday. I was like, I need to go watch this movie, and I was getting really hung up on every little detail, and that movie is just perfect. But this character, he was dark. He was like, oh my gosh. He was just perfect, you know? I was like, oh my gosh, this is a scary villain, but it's not scary enough for it to just be like horror. You know what I mean? It's just like terrifying because he's unstoppable and he's going to come and get you, and he's just like a constant threat throughout the movie. I really like villains that are a constant threat. Like, it's not like, oh, we have to go defeat this villain because he's evil, and he's just like, he's like a threat at the beginning and then at the end during the final boss fight. Like, he's a threat throughout the story. He's constantly there, and it's like he's unpredictable because you don't know when he's going to come back, but you feel safe enough that you're like, oh, he's not going to come now, and then he does. Oh my god. It's just like, that movie did so many good things. Anyways. Then we have Hunter on this side. And he's like, you know when you draw, like anime blush on the back of your hand and then you put it on your face? That's what he's doing. Yeah. Yes. I think I was just on a Wolfman thing because then we have Blide on the next place. I love Elden Ring, and I really love Blide. Don't talk to me right now. My baby. He's just the goodest boy. That one of him is perfect. Yes. I just love Blide. Hunter and Hunter, I don't know if this is my own idea. Oh, this is like lyrics. What is this? What is this? I don't know. Hold on, give me a second. I literally paused my video forever. I think this is Doja Cat. Maybe? I don't know. I'm not gonna read it out just because that's too much, but I think it's Doja Cat. I don't know. But just Hunter in, yeah. Hunter, doing his stuff. Yes. I like this drawing of his face, actually. That one's nice. Yeah, and then we got orange. I really like orange. But it's like a weird color, you know what I mean? Like, you can't wear orange, really. But it's, like, so nice. So it's just Azim. More Azim. And then we have Nina and Azim. But she's like too tall, you know what I mean? So I guess she's standing on a stool because it's like a family portrait, kind of. Yes. I like this drawing of Azem. Yeah. Just my Ratman. This was my sister. No. I think my sister drew the face. And then I did the rest. That feels about right. And then, yeah, Sailor Moon. I think it was when Sailor Moon, when it was, like, on Instagram, everybody was drawing Sailor Moon. So I never did that. But Sailor Moon. And these dark ones are in the Micron, and then these ones are in a cheap blue pen, like Bic. You know what I mean? Cheap office pen that I stole, probably. Yeah. Nina. Azem. Azem if you brushed his hair. I think Azem would have curly hair, but he doesn't put product in it, so the curls aren't defined, so it's just like frizzy mess kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, I think, no. I was gonna say, is that the plain doll? But I don't think so. No. Yes. This is crayon. Yeah. I like sketching in crayon, but I also hate it because then you have to seal the wax, otherwise they like mesh together, you know? But yeah. This is Ash and London and Azem and Ash and Paxi and Albert. And then another Albert down here. Yeah. Crayons. I think I found them in my trunk. I had a lot of crayons in my trunk, my car's trunk for a while, and I can't tell you why, because I don't know. This is also crayon, and I think it's Blossom. But she's sealed, so it won't bleed to other places. I don't understand what's going on with his body. Yeah, it's really gross. But it's just Azem and Nina. I like her face in this one. He's just like the protective dad that's like, nobody can talk to my daughter. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's just like this typical scary dad. So it's like, Nina's probably like 12 here. And then this is like a boy that likes her, you know what I mean? And he's like talking to her, but Azem's like, if you talk to my daughter, we're gonna have a problem, you know? Yeah, I just like that trope. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I like this. You can tell I really like these colors together. They're just really nice. They're good. Yeah, Azem and Blossom, and then a hunter, and you can see my struggle, and then I finally settled on this one, and I like this one. But yeah. And then we have Hunter over here on a sticky note. I don't think there's anything under this. And then Azem, and then Azem cross-dressing, for, like, his job, like, going out, and trying to get intel, because Azem has really wide hips for a man, so they're like, we're gonna use you to go and get some intel for us. And he's like, why can't we actually send one of our females? And he's like, because, Azem, a female can't fight her way if he decides to attack. But you at least have a fighting chance. And he's like, oh, damn. You know what I mean? Like, protecting his female colleagues from, like, a big dude, that could kill you with one punch. You know what I mean? So they're gonna send in Azem to, like, take care of that. Yeah, but then it's like, also they were like doing it as like a joke to him because, you know what I mean? It's just like funny. 'Cause he's like, you know, all tatted up, like big dude who smokes, you know, And then it's like, you'd be in a little lady dress with a little corset. Yeah. This is mechanical pencil with red lead, from uni, and then micron over it, and then coffee spill, or this might be watercolor that I made look like coffee. It might be coffee and watercolor mixed. I can't remember. But it's just, we have Hunter and an Azim over here. I like his chest, but I don't like his hips. Like, he's a little too skinny, you know? And then we just have a frogman. I don't know if he's from anything. I think he was kind of like my version of the, I don't remember their name, but like the frog people from Elden Ring. Yeah. And then Lobby in blue. I think I sprayed it, but I didn't trust it not to ruin this of Hunter, and then Blossoms in Posca Pen. Yes. I just remembered. Yeah. I like this drawing though. It's very nice. And then this is Copic. And then this was on printer paper. All of Hunter and Ash, and then this is like song lyrics. It's Rises the Moon. Love that song. I don't remember the band's name. It's Leaving. Just like, yes. What is your name? I don't remember. It's fine. But it's just Hunter and Ash. And I really like this one. This one's my favorite. Yeah. And then Azim and Paxi, and then Hunter, and I really like these eyes, but this drawing of Hunter specifically is just very nice. Yeah. And then we have Azim, and I don't know who these are, Lobby? And then Eyeballs, and Ash and Alburn. And he's a little flower. And it's just like, you're such a little dork, get out of here. And then Hunter and Ash talking to each other. She's saying, because I was like, damn, Hunter really looks like a vampire, but he's not a vampire. Like, he's got fangs and red eyes and long silky hair. Vampire, but not a vampire, you know? So Ash is like, you could totally be a vampire. Or are you? And he's like, I don't know. Eyeballs with Copic markers. I really like doing this. It's like, I like this eye and this eye, a lot. Those very, very good. That's Azim's eye. Yeah. And then, since the blood, instead of covering it, I just drew over them with pen. And then we have Hunter. And then we have my cat as a loaf. And then just like a hand study, but the fingers are really spread apart. So, and then this is just the dialogue from this one. Because I have a problem with not remembering my previous thoughts. That is so random. You know what I mean? Like, I just like forget them, you know? So I just had to write down that, not audio, dialogue really fast, because I was like, I don't want to forget this because it's very specific. Like, I'll know the general vibe of it, but it'll be like, the first thought was the better thought, you know? So I was like, I have to do this, because otherwise I'm going to forget, and then I'm going to be upset with myself. This is all Azim. All of it. And then Posca pen for the highlights, which I like because they're so intense and opaque, but I also don't like because I can't like get really close to the sketch, you know? I like this drawing of him though. It's very, I don't know, like, it's got good shapes, you know? And so this one, except his butt is too feminine. Yeah. And this, like, I guess this was the phase where I was just doing my bodies were really long. Either I always make my bodies long. I have a problem with making everything longer than it should be. So yeah, I like his face. It's just like, it's very nice, you know? And then we have Hunter. Being Hunter, and then Hunter and Ash, and Kerbo, and then Azum, and it's like, it's gross. If you could see my face, it's just like utter disgust. I like this drawing of Hunter though, but his body just keeps going. Yeah. And then I like this Hunter. This is a nice Hunter. And then we have Azum and Lobby and my long cat again. See, it keeps getting longer. And then we have Alburn and random people. We have Nova and Ash and Nova and Hunter. No, Azum. Lobby and Azum and random dude. Probably on Pinterest. This is just craft paper that I put in. It kept falling out. So it's like this one specific Scotch tape doesn't break. I think it's gift wrapping or heavy duty. I can't remember, but it's like, it's good for stuff like this where it's just like gets pulled on. The regular one just breaks. So yeah, this is Paxi and Nina and then Azum and Hunter. I did that backwards. Hunter and Azum. And then we have Alburn over here, with his friend. I like this drawing, but I want to make it Alburn. Yes. Yeah, I just like the orange and the blue, or the red and the blue. Like, I think the mild line is called, like, smoke blue. Really nice color. And then this is Micron pen in blue with yellow. Yes. This one I like because of the wings. I need to practice wings again. I used to be good at wings, and now I'm not good at wings. Because I don't draw them, you know? But it's all Alburn. Just Alburn. I like this drawing so freaking much. It was a mask I found on Pinterest. I save masks all the time because they're just like so nice. I want to try making masks, like wood masks, but I don't think I have the patience for it, you know? Yeah, but I like him. And then this mask on Pinterest that his whole design was inspired by. And then TV Man and a random girl and Ash and Azum, and a bat, and then hands. And I have drawn these hands so many times. Like, oh my gosh, I draw them so much, but I literally don't remember that I draw them all the time. And it's this, I have it on my Pinterest, but it's like crazy. Yeah. And Micron, all of it is Azum. Ikuzi? Azum Blossom? Azum Blossom. And then 2 Paxies. Yeah, I like this drawing of Azum. He just looks very fluffy and, like, dirty, you know? Yeah. And then this is, like, letter stamps. And I tried to make my own ink pad because I wanted to use my ink, but it didn't work. Like, they were getting flooded. But we have microns under this, and we have a zombie and another zombie, but it's like a hot zombie. I don't know, like a ghoul? I don't know. maybe Ishmael, and a hair, and then a dog hair, and then these hands, and they're just like, they just look nice. I think this is another mask. And then Azim on a tea bag, or Hunter on a tea bag, and then legs and more hands, and just my jam of bony, scary hands and spindly legs. This is with Papermate pens, the colored ones, the Inkjoy. I really like these pens, and then they come in these pretty colors. So it's just like very, I don't know, it opened up my sketches instead of just them being black in pen or blue in pen. Like, it's just like I use them all the time. I just like drawing in pen, but colored pens, crappy colored pens, my love. So that's that tea bag that Hunter was on. I really like that tea. I'm a tea person. I'm a coffee person too. I'm just I like drinking plants. I don't know. But we have eyes and Ash and Alburn and Azim and Alburn in gouache, but it looks like actual crap. And we have Azim in Lobby and Hunter in Blossom, and she's just so pretty. And then we have Ash and then Nina, and there's nothing under her. Yes. Yeah. This is Azim. And his cat, Mr. Bagel, but Mr. Bagel's a girl. And then we have Alburn, and I like this drawing of him. And then a medicine cabinet. But it's like Azim's medicine cabinet specifically because he'll have like medication in there. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just your average medicine cabinet stuff. But then like right next to his like prescription pills are cigarettes. And it's like, are you trying to get healthy or are you not trying to get healthy? You know? And then Alburn and some Kerbos. And then, I don't know if you guys know this post, but it's my favorite post ever because it's so freaking funny. It's like, I left the toilet seat up yesterday, and at 2 a.m. this morning, it finally happened. To all the women in my life, past, present, and future, I apologize. Especially my grandma. I get it now. And it's like, the hashtags are so funny. Hashtag my knee hit my chest. Hashtag folded like a lawn chair, you know? The post is just so funny. It's on Pinterest. I know you can find it on Pinterest, but it was originally on like Tumblr. But it's Alburn saying it. It's just like, the post is so funny. We need posts like that again. Yeah, I need to get a Tumblr because I need those moments. All of this is Azim. All of this is him being a rat. Burnt right there. Yeah, there's stuff under these, but it's like, look at that one. Yeah, just like, just a dude doing dude things. I don't know. I like this one still. This one's very nice. And this one, but this one and this one. It's that cat image, you know, with the knife. Yeah. And then purple pen. Oh no, it got a little ruined. I don't know why it got ruined though. Is there anything? No. Maybe the next page? I don't know. Something happened to it. Something spilled on it. Oh, yeah. It's probably water. Water got on it. But it's all Hunter and then Alburn, being a baby. And then Alburn again. And if you look in not my last one, I don't remember what sketchbook it is, but it's that one orange one I did again. Because I didn't like how that one turned out. This one is closer to what I want. But it's not there yet. so we're gonna have to try again. And then Albert again eating pine cones, and Nova's probably yelling at him. And then my dogs. This is what they look like in the spring, because we just have, you know, our big yard, and then the weeds, you know, because they're weeds, they just grow overnight, like, you know what I mean, and you can, like, hear them grow, so that's what they look like, but it's not snake season yet, so they can just, like, run around and do dog stuff, you know, yeah, and then, ew, Hunter over here, and then another Hunter, and Hunter again, and then Azim and Nina and a catfish. Yeah, this is Azim and Nina, and it's like, because Nina's adopted, it might change, I might make her a biological kid, but I like, because Azim was adopted, so I like her being adopted as well, you know, but it's like, he fell asleep on the couch, and she, like, nestled herself between the couch and him, yeah, I don't know, it's just cute, but I really like this one. It's stuck together. There we go. Yes. I was trying to figure out who I was looking at. We have Azim smoking, because the man just likes his bad habits. And then we have Ash and Hunter, and I like this drawing of Hunter still. And then this is Posca pen over the hatching, but I didn't shake it, so it's like watery. And that's just very nice, you know? And then we have Peach and Mugs down here. Yeah. And then a Blossom and an Azim on notebook paper. And then we have Nova, and I think this is Nova's eyes. It might be Hunter. No, it's Nova. And then Hunter, but Nova. Yeah. And then this is watercolor. Yeah. It's really gross looking. But I like the colors. I just wanted to do watercolor. There was nothing really behind it. I just wanted to do watercolor, so it's not structured good. Oh, this was one of those OC challenges. This just snapped. Lovely. So, yeah. Hunter, random people, and a mouse. Yeah. She kind of looks like she could be from Voltron. Sticky notes with pencil. We have You Die, Blossom, Albert, Hunter, and then Blossom again. You're the hoe. Yes. Yes, queen. There's nothing under these. Sometimes I put something funny under them, but I don't remember where they are. Oh my god. This is just receipts. I'm a chronic receipt collector. I've had many interventions and they don't work. Sorry. Yeah, just receipts. Handsome Squidward, or Anime Coon Squidward, SpongeBob and Patrick, and Azim, and that's Azim, and Hunter, another Hunter, and a chick floating in the wind, or in the water. And then I always draw fan arts at the end of my sketchbooks, and I don't know why. It's just like a thing. Lobby in watercolor, and then Link. He looks too much like a man there, you know what I mean? He doesn't have, like, the childish look to him. But we have Hunter down here, and then Hal. And he looks really nasty. I'm sorry, my king. And then we have Hunter and Ash, and more Hunter, and stylized wing, and then Blossom, but her face is hidden by the flowers because she's dead. And then this dog I found on Pinterest, wearing like a hat, and he was so cute. Ew. That's horrible. Ew. How do you feel about that? Alburn, Azem. What the hell is wrong with me? Alburn, Hunter. Apparently Azem's on my mind. And then lemons. And gouache. I saw someone draw lemons, probably on Instagram, and I was like, I want to draw lemons. So then I drew more lemons and more gouache, and I like these lemons better. And then Azem and Hunter. And Alburn. And then Blossom. And I like the shapes on him right here. In his, like, butt, leg, hip area. But I don't like it, you know? And then all Hunter. Being Hunter. I really like the highlighted areas with the yellow and then the stuff. And then there's nothing in there. So, yeah. That's the end of Sketchbook 17. My sad sketchbook, but I like a lot of the stuff in it. So, thank you for looking through with me, and I'll see you in the next one when we get to the sketchbook of my first semester in college. And I really like that one. Yeah. So I'll see you in the next one. So, goodbye.